Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Beyond Second Cognition. I'm Beall. The topic of this discussion is spiritual insurance. First thing I want to say as I start this presentation out is I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to provide explanations. People that are wrapped up in supernaturalism are basically buying an insurance policy. And the insurance policy is predicated on anxiety, and it's based on fear. In Christianity, it's based on the fear of going to hell. In the mystical arenas, it's the fear of not learning the mystical rituals or not being able to ascend to the fifth dimension. And the payment on all this spiritual insurance is what's called belief. Now, you may say, well, that's not insurance, and I'm here to tell you, yes, it is, and I'm going to explain why. Insurance is there in all its forms and varieties: life insurance, car insurance, home insurance, and is predicated on a what if something bad happens circumstance. In all of the supernatural belief systems, religion and mysticism and occultism alike, you have a basis in fear. The anxiety of not getting to the fifth dimension, or not getting to go to heaven when Jesus returns, or not being able to perform the magic of occultic traditions because you can't get it right or you haven't earned it through your initiation. Behind all of these beliefs is a very heavy-duty dose of fear. So you pay for these beliefs, even if you think, well, it doesn't cost me anything to believe. Yes, it does. It costs you a lot of emotional turmoil. It costs you a lot of anxiety. Now, in your churches or mosques, you go in and you pay a little bit in the offering plate on Sundays, so you're paying for your insurance policy there. And you're paying for your insurance policy when you go out and try to convert others. And your insurance policy is the gateway to heaven, or the gateway to the afterlife, or the gateway to the fifth dimension, or whatever your particular insurance fear basis is in your belief system. But all of your beliefs, they are the insurance policy. And they are all based in fear, whether you want to admit it or not. And to prove this, try and let go of your beliefs. And tell me that you don't feel an immediate fear when you have to let go of your beliefs. The first thing, oh, what happens if I stop believing? Well, you're not going to find out because you're too busy paying the price of the insurance called belief to let go. And your own fear prevents you from letting go of the belief to find out that if you let it go, nothing's going to bite you. There's not going to be some lightning bolt from the heavens strike you down. You're not going to be cast into hell, because belief is just like an insurance policy. It's not there unless you need it. But with the supernatural insurance policies, there's no payoff. You're just contributing your energies and anxieties and your fears and your doubt about whether you're going to make it to heaven or the ascension boat. It's all driven by anxiety and fear. Thus, belief is your insurance policy. Because if you don't believe, oh, then what? Without the belief, you don't have that safety net. You don't have that insurance policy that gives you what little bit of cognitive comfort to avoid the fear you actually feel for being a self-responsible human being, for not being able to hang your fear at God's door and let Jesus save your sins, or let Muhammad give you 70 virgins in heaven, or let the aliens come whisk you away to the fifth dimension, or bodily ascend or transform somehow to the fifth dimension. You see, belief is the insurance policy. And to think that belief costs nothing, you're only fooling yourselves. It costs you all of your cognitive comfort. You have no comfort zone without the insurance policy of belief. You're a slave to the belief, just like you're a slave to the fear that makes people get insurance otherwise. Your belief is the hedge against the what if I'm wrong. Well, what if you're wrong? You'll never find out because you're too scared to let go of the belief, to stop paying the insurance premiums to the mystical and supernatural, to find out that the devil's going to get you if you don't. The fear itself keeps you paying the premiums. Every time you buy a New Age book or something written by a guru that reinforces your belief system, you're paying for your belief insurance policy. Every time you leave an offering, every time you do something and attribute it to God, you're paying the insurance policy and you're not taking responsibility for yourselves. So don't tell me that belief is not spiritual insurance. That's all it is. It's a what-if hedge against being wrong and the fear of being wrong and making the wrong decision. Well, my belief is my insurance. My belief will see me through. I got news for you. It won't. It never has. It never will. The only assurance you have in life is that you're going to die. Sooner or later, one day or another, you're going to die because everybody does and everybody has. Nobody ever stayed. But your belief in the afterlife and in the fifth dimension and in ascension and in transmogrification of your body into something that it'll never be, that's a hell of an insurance policy. And belief is the name on the policy. Regardless of which belief it may be, belief is the insurance. Belief is the comfort from the fear of taking responsibility for yourself. It's the insurance policy of finding out that, well, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't want to be wrong, so I will believe and protect my anxiety, but I'm going to be anxious all the same. I ask every one of you people involved in your spiritual pursuits, no matter what shape, brand, or color they be sold to you in, to analyze why you maintain the belief. Oh yes, there's always an attractant, there's always some glorious payoff, but coupled with that dream work payoff is always fear right behind it. And you won't let go of the belief because the fear will eat you up. Fear is why you maintain the insurance policy. And one day, when you can transcend fear, you can stop paying the premiums of your consciousness to this insurance policy called belief. I can believe frogs can fly, but that doesn't make it so. So I don't invest in that policy. So those of you who think that belief doesn't have a cost, that you're not paying a price because you can believe freely, you're not believing freely at all. You're believing out of a case of false rewards and fear of being wrong or damnation. That's your insurance policy. It's a what-if, just-in-case policy that keeps you from taking responsibility for yourselves. And for those of you doing the work, stay the course and don't give up on yourselves.